What I'm going to talk about today is why I left Uber Select, Lyft Premier also. Now, the biggest question that I get from people is about if I left Select and Premier and why. The other thing is that people are asking is if they should do Uber Select or Premier. Now I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about my experience, and that's personal experience. That's in the LA market. So I work all LA core. Sometimes I would end up in Orange County, but mostly LA core. Now I did leave Uber Select and Lyft Premier. I realized that it wasn't going that good, especially for the amount that you're spending on the vehicle. You're spending on maintenance, on gas, of course. Usually they're V6 or V8s, so you're going to be spending a lot more. But the cost to run the vehicle versus what you were making, it's not that much more versus like UberX. Now, the most I've ever made with Uber Select or Lyft Premier in a single day, and that's a typical like 7-8 hour day. The most I ever made was about maybe like $290 in those 8-9 hours. The most I ever made on UberX was about the same, about $280, $290. Now the difference is that on UberX, now I would be driving a 4-cylinder car. I have the free maintenance with the car that I got, but even if I paid for oil changes would cost right about $30. The Mercedes, just on parts alone, it's about $120 just in parts plus labor. Dealership charges about $500. Any other place that you take it for oil changes, for a good price, you'll probably pay about $220 for labor. So the cost of operations of the vehicle was getting too high. I had the opportunity that I was lucky enough that I wasn't stuck with the car. A lot of Uber Select drivers are kind of stuck because they purchased the vehicle for the sole purpose of doing this. You're definitely not going to make double or triple the money that you do make with UberX. And that's the big thing that everybody thinks, that they're going to make double or triple the money. And it's not necessarily true. You might have some good days where you make $300, but then you have a couple days, or like the other remaining 50% of the time, you're barely going to cut it enough to be able to make it through the day. Sometimes in 2.5 hours you might make about $20 versus 2.5 hours doing UberX, you could easily make $20. Now the cost to run the vehicle is a lot less on UberX versus Uber Select or Black or Lux or SUV. Now LAX was a big thing for me. I was thinking of the possibility of actually being able to use that to my advantage, but that's another story. LAX is definitely not an option. If you've been working Uber Select or Lyft Premier, you know that LAX, doing Lyft Premier or Uber Select, it's really not an option. You might wait 3 hours for a call, and if you get lucky enough that you get a call, there's no guarantee that the call is going to be more than $20. You get a Manhattan Beach, El Segundo. If you get lucky, you might get an Orange County. Let's say you do get an Orange County, which is $90, right? Let's say $100. You're not going to get more than one of those a day, and you'll be lucky if you get 2 of those in a week. So it's not a big advantage. I would definitely say that if anybody wants to purposely buy a vehicle for the sole purpose of doing Uber Select or Lyft Premier, I would say don't do it. It wouldn't be worth it. But if you already have a vehicle, give it a try. I mean, don't take my word for it. This is just my experience in the LA market. There's not enough demand, and even in the areas that do have demand, which are kind of obvious, like let's say like Beverly Hills or Century City, there's way too many cars waiting around. So there might be one customer. There's about maybe like 15 Selects just sitting there. And if you don't know, even the SUVs get the request for Select, because just like if you're a Select driver, you get X, which is the one below. They give you that option. The SUVs and the black cars and the Lux cars also get the request for Select. So besides, if you're the only select there and there's 4 SUVs next to you, the SUVs are also going to get the request. So big chance is that they're probably going to take it because they don't get that many calls and they figure they might as well take it. It's not that bad of a money. It's not as much money as the SUV, but I would say they're definitely going to take the ride. So it's less chances for you because there's so many platforms that are sitting at the same area just waiting for the call. So let me know what your guys' experience is. Once again, this is only in the LA market. I work in LA core. So let me know what you guys think and write in the comments, guys. Subscribe for more videos. I'm going to be posting more topics. So let me know what you guys want me to post.